allowed
How many
to
holes have you got in your chest?
It's not the number, it's the size.
He was partially disintegrated, if you remember. Though,
I do.
Actually, I should say, you may remember. The lovely audience will not remember that because by the time that comes out, this conversation will be very, very old. It'll be several months old at that time. Hello, wonderful YouTube land.
I'm still setting up, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, we're in our pregame chat. So, I mean, it's our chitter chatter. So,
yeah, one thing at a time.
So sad news,
Good.
Jack has dropped, everybody. So you will just see an empty hole where he once stood. It'll be a void, just like the hole that he'll leave in your hearts and minds. Big gaping hole that just yearns to be filled.
In the turn order.
The what?
Look, just because I'm playing a
turn
bard
order.
doesn't mean you get to make gaping hole jokes.
I will make all the gaping hole jokes I so desire.
Excuse me while I turn on my microphone with my standing desk.
Ah, much easier to receive a gaping hole.
Anyway, I'm going to go finish with the groceries while y'all pregame, and then I'll switch to the microphone as soon as I get a chance. I'm almost done.
So how are we going to pregame, guys? I'm thinking rum and vodka.
Mine's over there.
Why is it over there? That seems like a you problem.
Because my desk is cluttered and there's no room.
How about water?
I've got orange stuff. It's got water in it.
What is the
Orange
orange stuff in
stuff.
comparison to the purple stuff?
It's
I don't know.
probably a mixture of health and stamina, I would say.
Really? I think that'd be more like brown because green and...
Sometimes stamina comes in as yellow, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like an off market. Like Brian, you gotta get yourself a new alchemist. They're not up to regulation.
Well, I mean, Monster
Potion
Hunter
seller?
is yellow stamina. Potion seller, yes.
Potion seller, I need your strongest potion.
Imagine if you just gave him the potion and just killed him. You'd be like, yeah, because you people keep asking for it. like, so the whole plot is potion seller, but he's done arguing.
I mean, at a certain point, you gotta be done with it and just be like, fine. Deal with it. Die.
Potion seller just trying to look out for that guy. Like, yo, my stuff is too potent for you. You're gonna die. Chill.
It's the whole point. It's like, my potions are not certified by the FDA, traveler.
And my shop is not OSHA compliant.
I'm not trying to kill my customer base.
I'm sorry, if your shop's not OSHA compliant and you're not following FDA guidelines, you are trying to kill your customers. Pretty sure.
I do not make potions, traveler. I brew them.
Oh no, have you become that one guy from Ratatouille? I don't love alchemy. I adore alchemy. I love how we have all these fun little conversations. We have the peanut gallery sending text messages to us. Oh, speaking of the peanut gallery right there. And then you just have Gavin there, deadpan, staring at the screen like he wants to just reach through and strangle us.
I'm reading I'm trying to figure out what I need to call in the municipality.
Wait, what? Why?
I am possibly, there's a plot of land that the guy near me is selling that I may potentially be looking into buying, but I want to see what it's gonna look like for possibly running sewer and water there, and I don't know who else to talk to, so I'm gonna try and find someone in the municipality and say, who the hell do I need to talk to about this?
You're probably your county
Yeah,
probably County Works
I was going to
would be
ask
my
Peter.
guess.
Peter, you might know that actually, because, or at least roughly, because you work in construction on that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, do I need to call like a
Nope.
surveyor? Is this like a construction company? Do I got to call like the utility company?
Oh, you mean,
'Cause who the
you
fuck
mean
do
like
I
an
talk
estimate to run the line? Yes, that would be
Yeah.
whichever company. So like it would be the electric company for the power line, and it would be your water company for the water line, because they have to do it.
By
Now, from
land,
the house to the main, you can contract, but otherwise, you know.
buy land, dig holes, create tunnels, become dwarf. I added the become dwarf
I don't know if
part.
that's up to. I don't know if that's like
And rock and
zoned
stone.
for- I don't know if it's zoned for dwarf and hold.
You can make it zoned for a dwarven hold. Not a gnome. Gnomes are fey.
Gnomes are. I hate gnomes. Everyone hates gnomes. Anyways, I mean, what's like the can't you can just dig down. Like, what's stopping me from like having like a 3-story basement? Is that like illegal? Is that like a zoning regulation law, or is that just prohibitively expensive and that's why no one does it?
Probably the expensive part. Peter, again, you work in construction.
I do flooring.
Yeah, and I'm
If
talking
your
about going under the
question-
floor. What's
Under the floor is not my area of expertise. If you walk
I
on
might
it,
be-
then you can call me.
I'm gonna walk on my 3 layers of my basement. Like,
All right, give me one. moment.
Okay, so unless you're intending to build like a wine cellar, like deeper and or more basements, not generally all that needed.
yeah, but like, it's less of if it's needed and more if I could do it.
Technically, yes. The issue
Look, I
that you're
work
going to
night
deal with,
shift. I want to put a bedroom in a basement. It's dark down there.
the issues you're going to deal with in having a deeper basement would a lot of it would be cost. There's also even with a normal basement like the one I have here, you have to keep in mind that you need to have a sump pump constantly running or prepared to constantly run because flooding happens very quickly. And the closer to the water level you are, the easier that flooding is going to get. Because you're going to have it coming in above and below at that point.
Well, you live in live in
like
the
a
mountains,
hill.
don't you? So I mean,
We're not. Our town doesn't really flood.
I live
Yeah.
more in I
Well-
live more in the flatter areas of the state.
I know where you live. You told me. I wasn't
Hey.
referring to you. I was
Yeah.
I was referring to the Appalachian Mountains that I constantly insist that Gavin lives in.
So
Appalachian.
I was gonna throw it out there. Instead of going down, just do a British basement where it's like ground level, but you come in from the second story.
Yeah, but at that point, why not just do an additional basement?
Just
Because then
go
you don't
dig a
have
hole.
to deal.
He is a dwarf, everybody. He wants to dig a hole. Let the man dig a hole.
It's not a dwarf, it's a gnome. Dwarves live in mountains, gnomes live in the ground.
He lives in Appalachia.
Hobbits live in hills.
He lives in the mountains. He's a dwarf. I know he doesn't actually live in the mountains, but I will insist upon this.
Oh, sorry.
Dig a diggy hole.
I will insist upon this until the end of my days just because I know it bugs him. He's had this conversation with me at least 5 times? How many times are we up to on this?
I don't fucking know. Anyways, but yes, that's why I was looking intently at the screen because I was trying to read the like 2006 era township website.
Oh,
No, I would call your electric company and your water company. That they'll set you up.
Mhm.
they'll set you up and then take
On
you
the bright
down.
side, if you do choose to get the 3 a 3 floors steep basement, you at the very least are not going to have to go through as much stuff as the UK. And the only reason why basements are not as common in the UK is because they went all fucking out when it came to gas and everything. Like, that is why they have to check for gas lines before anything is done, because when they started placing them, they didn't look where they were going, they just placed it.
I can't imagine there's any lines under this land because it's undeveloped. It's just sitting there. It was agriculture. It was farmland.
Hmm.
Might be an old water line or two, but that's about it.
Yep.
So, now that we're all here and ready to be mincemeat, as it were.
Just roll the fireball now. I'll sit out. It's okay.
No, there's no fireball yet. Because we have to get our music going, everybody. Let's get our music going.
Wow, this is a great map. Who made it?
Yeah, who made this map? Go ahead, toot your own horn.
I don't know. What
Really, all I see is like grass.
Somebody toot their horn, please.
I don't have my soundboard.
So what you do is you
Yeah.
just go toot, toot.
No, I was thinking like the skelly doot thing, but anyway. No, I've started making maps for the crew. That's all.
Is the sound playing, anybody?
I hear it.
I do not.
Well, sucks to be you.
Oh well. All right, everybody, we are going to start combat. As you
Hey, but we just got here.
Yes, you did just get here. The roar is loud enough that you know that it just has to begin. All right, and look who rolled. Oh, please set your bennies to 3 if you have not done so already.
Oh yeah.
Doot.
And we already have a king. So, king, do your thing. Hey, you made the map, you get the first move on the map.
Hooray.
Yeah,
Not
but
me.
I'm also an independent evaluator when it comes to the map, which is my fancy way of saying I have forgotten about this map. I have no clue what all is here. So, 2, 3. How far down is that?
That's just a standard jump. It's not going to cost extra.
Okay, so I do the Monster Hunter thing where you just like fling yourself off. 4, 5. What is my pace again? 6. So 6. Can I ascertain where the Flappy Bird is?
Roll me a notice.
I mean,
You don't notice the flying monster over your shoulder.
I know. I was gonna do something. Actually, you know what? Change of plans. We're gonna do a thing
Oh no!
because I have the ability to do this now.
What are you gonna do?
Do it.
I am going to hold a performance instead of battle because I am now a bard proper.
Because I've allowed you to take class skills.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez. Oh, oh no.
Bard back, baby.
Oh no.
That is a 27.
Are you going to charm the wyvern?
No, but that was a performance for my battle boost thing. So I'm boosting everyone's agility by how many raises is that?
Oh,
Yes.
so if you hit the calculator button, it'll count the raises for you.
There's a calculator
What,
button.
there's a calculator button?
If you look where you roll, left side, second button.
That's just a D6.
I see free reroll and I see reroll spending a mini.
Yeah.
Target number.
Well, that's the right side.
Two-
There's nothing on the left side.
To be fair, all jokes aside, right? It only goes up to +2. It doesn't say
So
anything
you've got a
about
total of
it.
5 raises.
Yeah, but I do not believe that additional raises do anything. Let's see, it'd be
Just the one raise.
command. Yeah, nope, not command. Natural leader, inspire. That's it.
Should just be 1. Most
Yeah.
things cap at 1 raise.
Has a limited action. Yeah, leader could support all action. Yeah, inspire requires some sort of community. So it is considered supporting the trait. So that means it's a +2 on a raise. So +2 to everyone's agility rolls.
Which includes fighting.
Yeah.
It's specifically meant for fighting, but yeah. And it also counts for shooting.
So,
It
Yeah.
also gets the creature's attention because it is an audible performance.
would you like
I'm
to
sure.
end your turn?
I mean, I did my thing. I'm gonna get exploded. But, if it would let me end my turn, I would
Is
graciously.
it doing that thing again?
There we
There
go. All right, so, yes, it's. I'm not even going to roll a notice because it does hear you. We are now going to do. How do I do them? Okay, yeah, it's this button.
Someone's about to get nuked.
I love how all of that is 9. Okay. We'll go right here. Oh, duh. Hold on. I have to do something very specific here because I forgot.
Did it forget how to fly and it
No,
fall off
no.
the sky and was paralyzed and we can just whack on it?
No, it's because I technically set it up on a wall. So the system was like, oh, your movement path intersects with one wall.
Did you have to tell it you don't care?
I mean, just raise its elevation up and then it should be able to fly over the wall.
No, because these walls were done very quickly, so they have infinite elevation.
No, that's a wall.
Yes, they have infinite elevation.
At the risk of getting canceled, I will refrain from making that joke.
Who made this wall?
He did. Don't mind me.
Apparently not you. You only do floor. You don't even know what a wall is.
Exactly.
We're
I
going.
know it gets in the way when I'm doing floors.
Didn't get in the way of the last contractor I dealt with. They just went out to the trim. Like, then I had to fix it.
Oh boy!
Friend's dead. Cool. All right. Good, good fight, everyone.
My man.
I mean,
My
do
man!
I get my real quick? Do I get my dodge because I see the blast coming? Out of curiosity.
No, because
Did you see that blast coming?
yeah, no. You do get to do a. Would you like to roll a soak?
That's the
Yeah,
only
I'm
thing he
just gonna
can
roll a new
do.
Character.
Do stairs count as floors?
Yes.
Great.
You could roll again.
Yeah. What have I got to lose, really?
The exact same roll.
Yeah.
There's really.
Uh,
How many? Is that all your bennies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
4 wounds.
Yep.
However, Peter.
And this is why in Monster Hunter there are tells on creatures that allow you to dodge out of the way.
it hit. How dare?
Oh, because it's a shooting. That's why it doesn't actually even.
You are shaken.
I've been shook.
And that's its turn.
So like, how did they get a raise on a 10? You know, like shouldn't his parry have mattered? But no, it's a shooting roll, so no, it doesn't.
If only there was an ability that allowed us to deflect ranged attacks.
I think there is. Johan! You were not the first one to immediately be shot today.
Hey!
Great. I'm gonna be the second one to die because if we do some tactical assessment, a fireball has exploded outside of the entrance to this little chasm area.
Yes.
And then a fireball has whizzed past Val's head and has exploded next to my head.
It did not whiz past Val's head. It hit Val. And
Okay,
singed.
well,
Grazed
then
Val.
the cinders have exploded past my head.
Yes.
You faint.
I have no desire to run through a choke. I'm not going to run right here and then just get hit again. I suppose my only recourse is to jump and die over there instead.
I want to die here. I want to die over there.
Please proceed with your movement.
I want to die at least in like melee combat. Like I don't want to just explode. Like that's just
A glorious melee combat.
correct. What were we saying was the jump roll? It was like
It's your fighting.
well, yeah, it's flight, but what? It's fighting. Okay.
Because it's part of your weapon.
And then we just confirmed that it gives me enough range. I think it gives me 12.
Do stairs count as floors, Peter?
I answered that already. Yes.
Oh, I did not hear it. Sorry.
Oh, but a wall doesn't count as a sideways floor. You know, whatever, man. Okay.
At the end of the day,
Fighting.
it's all a
You-
barn.
You can put flooring on the wall. It'll look weird, but I've done it once.
I guess to jump and attack, I need to do both at a -2.
Yes.
And then do I get a +2 still, or did
Yes.
that like die with?
No, that... You are still inspired by your fallen comrade.
Okay.
He did
so
an
it's-
amazing solo and then
Flat-
exploded.
flat
That was very
roll.
inspiring.
You succeeded. So your fly
All right.
is successful.
So
Almost a raise.
Well, it wasn't. Also, I don't think you get anything raised. All right, I am leaping forth, pole vault over the burning grass, and
Right it.
going to try and hit it on the down lunge.
Ride it. Ride it.
Well, do I need to like attack first to like
Yes.
land to ride it, or yeah?
You need to land an attack.
Okay. All right, the sharper insect blade. Please hit my foe. I beg of thee.
Got what, like 2 AP?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Am I gonna do a point of damage?
You got a raise on it.
Does he need to do a point of damage to ride it?
I mean, I don't know.
Roll for damage because
Oh!
Think of the dice. Think
Oh!
The liver of the dice have spoken.
Man, I hate this system.
so you've successfully mounted it. It is also exceedingly weak at this point.
Yeah, I'm just leap in and then just on the downstroke, just essentially just come straight down in its back with the glaive.
Would-
I'm gonna try and stay on it. Not that I don't think I could pull my blade out of it yet. Looks like I cut it deep enough.
You
have a spinal
shoved it
tap.
all the way down.
Wow.
Please roll in athletics
Okay, boss.
as it tries to throw you off as a reflexive type deal.
Yeah.
And athletics is agility, so you do have a +2. Not that it matters.
That means
Well.
that's a raise.
You are. It was a raise to begin with because it was 4 above what I rolled.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
So, Good job. Johan's probably not gonna die today. Wow. Once Johan ends his
There's
turn.
still plenty of time, my friend.
Johan? Your turn.
Oh yeah, sorry, I gotta like click the button.
Gimme turn. Oh, excuse me. All right. Well, could I have seen this through this narrow opening? Probably, because you went in a straight line.
Yeah, you saw all of that. You have vision.
I do have vision. Yes, I can see it. Okay. Well, seeing he seems to have that well in hand, that was a good attack. I'm gonna see about getting Flynn out of the way. So I need to. Oh, sorry. How do I move? I need to get. Where's my movement thing so I know how far I'm moving?
The little
Measure
ruler.
distance? Yeah. Yes. So.
And then you hit space for it to move.
Yes. So yeah, I can get there.
Easy.
Easy peasy. And then I want to pull Flynn. Do I have enough movement actually?
You have 6 pace, I'm assuming.
I just used 5, so.
You could just throw me to cover.
Can I throw him? I want to throw him. How do I ping? I want to throw him like
Strength
up
check.
behind the whatchamacallit wall, so he's not in like
In the
firing
back.
range.
Yeah.
Strength check.
Yes. I rolled 10.
Where? How do you ping, Josh?
Hold down left mouse button.
Hold down left. Well, yeah, that's about where I wanted to throw him, where he pinged.
Or
So
I'll get another wound.
No wound.
no.
Okay.
So end your
And
turn.
then yes, that'll end my turn because I was.
Yes, I would
Why
like-
can't I end my? There it goes.
It's
Oh
your.
look, it's me again.
You literally just pick me up by like a sack of groceries, throw me over to the side, and start Vader walking towards the
You're in my
tower.
way. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So
There's a good chance this thing's not even gonna get a turn, everybody.
Yeah, like, be sure to wall kick off of the cliff as you cleave down to make it look cool. I guess I don't know.
all right, so target, yes, yes, and this. So yeah, I'm gonna run up. I assume it's down far enough that I can reach it. I hope.
It was on the ground, yeah.
Oh, it was on the ground. Okay. I've missed. Even with the +2, I forgot to add +2, but
Yeah, just,
7.
just,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
still a miss.
I'm just saying.
It's flailing around. Yeah, I'm aiming for the head, but it turns to look at the creature on its back. So I missed the head. And then it will end my turn.
Please make me a vigor roll.
It's a no.
So, it's not a crit failure though, and crit failures are what kill you. See, that's the nice thing is you don't die unless you crit fail that roll. Failure means you roll on the injury table. Please roll 2d6.
Six.
6. All right, so I need you to roll another 1d6.
Two.
You have basically that fireball. Even though it's obviously a fireball, there was enough concussive force with that fireball that it broke ribs when it connected with your core. You suffer your agility going down by 1 die type.
Temporary or permanent?
Technically permanent. Well, no, sorry. No, it is permanent. No, I was right.
Well, and I can't be ribs, but yeah, I get what you mean. After all, ribs grow back, so. Yeah.
Wait, what? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works.
Your rib wasn't removed.
Yeah, they grow back. They grow back.
Haven't you seen TF2? Like the medic was very clear. Ribs grow
No,
back.
they don't.
I was gonna say, I really don't think.
Oh,
they-
yep. The medical expert said that ribs grow back. We're good.
I mean, technically, as long as the rib is not removed, it does grow back together.
So, that is your turn currently. Josh?
Yep, pretty much.
Johan?
Well,
Are you going to...
you know I'm stabbing it.
Time for the stabby stabs.
Well,
It's your revenge.
and I guess because I only need to hit it once, theoretically, and I'm just gonna attack it once. I'm not gonna, so I get the +2 from the agility bonus. Yeah. Okay. I am still targeting it, so it theoretically should still roll.
Nice. Come on, there you go.
Theoretically, it explodes. It does not explode.
Damn. You can.
I would like it to explode, so I think I will re-roll that with a Benny.
All right, fair enough.
Mm.
It doesn't explode. This is a dark day.
Oh, hold on. Should be shaken. Would you like to continue to re-roll? I mean, you have like 2 more pennies, and this thing
It would be really funny,
does
but I
only...
think I'm gonna need to explode on a die, or just roll well on both of them. I suppose I haven't really rolled that well. I mean, my D12 has rolled a 1 and a 2.
I mean,
It
the
would be
luck's
really
there.
funny.
Yeah, the luck is there. I'm telling you right
It would
now.
be really funny to not let it have a turn. I'm gonna be honest.
outside of it.
grant you the.
Oh, you know
It's
what?
fried
Why the
right.
hell not? Let's
Ah.
let's send it. Wait.
That's much
I
closer.
don't know.
Like
You're gonna.
if you got 1 more, literally, you would have hit.
You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that because now I'm gonna do it again with my last
Come on,
Benny,
Gavin.
and then I'm
Yeah!
There it is.
Oh,
Oh dear God! Here we go.
my glaive is still stuck in there. I'm gonna just essentially rip it out and go for another attack, but we're just gonna rip it out one side and then slice in the other side. I'm just gonna cleave its back open.
It falls to the ground, dead. Sometimes that's how combat happens in this system, folks. Sometimes the players get 2 of them get one-shotted in the same attack, and then sometimes your carefully crafted boss that was actually supposed to be pretty tough gets eviscerated by the person that constantly dies all the time.
I mean, it's about.
How's that
time.
feel?
I hate this place. I hate this. Get me out of this system.
Oh,
man.
right.
Well,
There's always
Either
4th
you kinda-
edition, and it could always be worse.
I haven't played 4th. I don't know anything about it other than like people hated it at the time, but then 5th edition came out and they said, "Wait a minute, 4th edition's great. Why did we go back?" I don't know if that's true, but
So, how would you like to proceed?
Would like to heal Flynn. So I'm gonna
I
run
have
over.
field now. Is that like an assist roll? Can I do that? Is that legal?
You
Is
can
it?
assist, yeah.
I have a D4 of assistance.
Hey,
Woohoo!
that means you get +1 to your roll.
Plus 1. Hey, look at that.
Hey,
That's 2 wounds. So you are now only at 2 wounds.
yep. I'm just missing. You can see the holes where the fragments of ribs got ripped out in the concussion. Those are those are somewhat patched up. I will attempt to heal myself.
Finish the job.
Yeah, let's see. Actually, so here's a good question. Does
If
are
he-
all my
if he goes to pick up his ribs and puts them on his chest and then heals himself, would that fix it?
No.
Yeah, like
Dang.
stick the
Hold
ribs
on.
back in through the holes and pour a potion on it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So here's the interesting thing. My casting stat for bard abilities is performance.
Performance is what?
Spirit.
I mean, it doesn't really affect anything, then, does it?
Well, it will in the future, but I am going.
Because realistically, what it does is it lowers your attribute. It doesn't lower your attached skills to that attribute. So it'll just be more expensive getting more skills in that stat.
It
be
was
fair,
really
I'm
bad
good
for
here.
me because it made it so I couldn't wear my gear anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just gonna attempt to heal myself.
Oh no, he died.
I blew my own eardrums out, didn't I?
You do not heal.
He ruptured a lung trying to blow his pipe.
Sorry, realistic hacking up a lung noise. Carve.
Barb.
I mean, you're. Are you still dying? I gave you a potion.
I think I still have a hole in my lungs.
Well, maybe this thing's got a nest somewhere around here we can snag an egg with or something. Probably. Wait, wasn't this one like rampaging or something? Was that one?
Because
that
the
was
cat
fun.
stole more.
Yes, the cat stole
yeah,
more eggs.
sorry.
So yeah, we've got more eggs to make more egg potions to.
We have decimated this population, haven't we? This is not
No.
going to look favorably on us.
This
We're gonna
one
get a
was.
visit from some people, some individuals.
Say again?
Yeah,
we're gonna get a visit from some individuals who do not appreciate our rampant harvesting.
Well,
Especially
well,
of the 2,000 Kelby that were murdered. The look.
Jeez, he's running a whole operation now. Anyways,
I mean,
let's before we.
He's biggering the company, biggering the factory.
It's on record that I was against, taking more eggs. You all remember that?
We lost
Before
Jack.
we carve
Or we lost
anything, let's
Peter.
No, Peter's there.
make sure the area is secure.
We lost his camera.
I
What?
see him.
No, we didn't.
It's just
Oh,
you.
we lost you for a moment.
entered a timeline shift. You've lost him.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Carry on.
Fido Ninja sometimes does that.
You were saying before carving what? Someone was saying?
Yeah, before carving, let's make sure the area is secure, that nothing's gonna jump us, because we haven't really looked around here. We just kind of showed up,
just
got
here
and stabbed it to death.
Okay, to be fair, I will go ahead and pull up the map for you guys to wander about.
I just want to make sure we're not gonna get jumped or something,
And by
Besides,
that,
we're out on hunt. Might as well look for resources while we're out here.
end combat.
And if there happen to be more eggs,
Probably not. Well, their nest is up the mountain. Why?
that's true. It did come down. It was rampaging. I don't know why it was in this little box canyon.
This isn't a box canyon.
It's not a box canyon. It looked like a box canyon on the map. Maybe I was wrong.
So just so everybody has full visibility, because I'm not hiding anything from you guys anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Token vision. Everybody should be able to see everything now.
I see a savannah.
If we were on the map, we'd be able to see it.
I thought I activated it for everybody.
You
I-
did not.
Negative.
There we go.
Now you
Oops. Ooh, waterfall. Ooh, a temple.
This
Is
is
that loot?
This is essentially the area where you fought the monkey, and then there's the cave that Gavin hid in.
I didn't. I retreated to a more advantageous location.
What are these?
Minerals.
Minerals, loot.
Are we going to, as you look around, honestly, it is eerily calm.
Yeah, this thing probably did scare off a lot of everything around it. All right, let's carve, and then we can poke around if we're not carrying too much.
So, carving.
Decent proposal, everyone. Yeah.
Yep.
Give me that lovely, lovely, lovely survival roll.
I'm just not even gonna bother.
You will roll survival.
I am at -4 for survival.
You will roll.
Fine.
You don't know.
Dang, you could have succeeded without that -4.
Yeah.
What is survival?
Smarts.
Smarts. Okay.
Normally
Yeah,
smart,
but I don't
I'm
think
not
he has
skilled.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still wanted to make sure what it was.
I guess if you want to get very technical, my +2 from agility would still apply, so I technically would have rolled a 5.
Then you succeed, since it's unskilled.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing.
So, we will start with the two lowest, which are 5s. You are able to get some shell. You're able to get 4 shells, 2 each. You're able to get 8 scales, 4 each. And then 1 webbing each. Johan, you get all the same stuff I just mentioned. Plus, you get a plate and a ruby.
And we drag it back.
So scales are going to be 3 pounds. Plates are going to be 4. Or shell is going to be 4. Plate is going to be 5. The ruby is going to be 1 pound, and then the webbing is going to be roughly about 2 pounds.
I mean, we're like 2 seconds from camp. We'll just have the Knights of Catadonia handle it.
Of Catadonia.
Like,
I have to be creative. It was that or Camelot. Take your pick.
I like Catadonia better, so.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm playing Bard now, so we got to do the puns. We got to do the jokes.
So, what all would you like to do in this area?
I would love to stop internal hemorrhaging.
So another heal roll? That's what that sounds like to me.
I will attempt. However, I would like to do something interesting. I would like to use one of my powers to boost my. I would like to use my performance to boost my boost smarts, which boost trait doesn't really affect skills, does it?
Boost trait, you target the specific skill.
Right. Oh, skill. So I'm going to.
Doesn't it? You can target an ability though too.
You can target an attribute, or you can target a skill with a boost trait.
Right. So I'm going to attempt to use my performance roll to boost trait.
Okay, and then that would
boost healing.
Okay, sounds good to me.
So it is. I guess this works. Let's see if that does it.
it did not.
You have to be joking.
Would you like to re-roll?
With
He doesn't have any bennies.
I don't get that other ability for a while, so. All right. Well, just regular heal then.
Would you
mind.
like assistance?
Sure.
Late.
See if you can help me.
He dropped his potion.
I will allow.
Yeah.
I will allow the +1 if Johan here succeeds,
Yeah.
which would give you enough to succeed.
Help him.
Oh yeah.
His wounds up at least.
You now go down by 1 wound, so now you're at 1.
Okay. We'll have to do something.
No,
I'll have
apply
to
the
go
bandage
drink.
tighter. That's not working as a tourniquet. That's not
You can't
working.
tourniquet
It's leaking.
You can't tourniquet a midsection wound.
You can. Just pull tighter.
I mean, yeah, you really shouldn't, but pack that a little deeper. It's gonna leak.
I was gonna say, isn't that just suck it in? It's corset time.
I was thinking more just picking up the potion off the ground because I dropped it because my ribs are hurting. But okay.
I mean, I could pick that up too. That works too.
I've been a bard 1 game. You guys are trying to put a corset on me.
I didn't say that. They're putting words in my mouth.
I didn't say that you said it. I said those words. If anything,
You should be ashamed of it.
Josh should be like, Ian's trying to get me into a corset, and I've only been a bard 1 game.
No. We're saving that for the other campaign we're running.
But in the other campaign, you're a paladin.
No. We're saving that for the other one that we're prototyping. After the one that we're accelerating.
We got a bunch of stuff going on.
We are busy, okay, here at Rollsborne, and I am still trying to coerce people into joining that said project. Looks at the chat for
If
Origin.
you're interested in our content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the algorithm and it gets our name out there.
Unless you're subscribed to a bunch of random channels and not actual play channels, because then you'll think, oh, this person likes this content, and then send it to people that watch the stuff that you watch, and the algorithm's hell, everybody.
Yeah.
It's a hell.
Okay.
Anyways, yes.
Fix the time and I can reattend later. But
You fix your work schedule.
my work schedule is very, very standard. I go in at the same time every other week.
Tell them to not die as much so you have more time to come home.
We actually had staff last night. It was really weird. They let us keep 8 nurses and they sent us an aide.
Wow.
It's only because, Jaco is coming.
Those are words we don't know.
Joint commission. It's the third party people that come in and then look at your cup of water at the desk and say, violation, take it off, and then they're like, oh, COVID? No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Don't worry about all the violations then. We were at home busy. We were safe. Anyways, yeah.
Auditors, I'm familiar.
OSHA.
Oh, I've noticed you
OSHA, yeah.
cleaned that equipment and you only let it sit for 1 minute and 55 seconds. You needed to let it sit for 2 minutes. That's another violation.
Yeah, that's OSHA.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Of course, me.
Medical
Peter,
OSHA.
You will be never staffed again.
It's OSHA, except they don't do anything important. OSHA has, some value.
No, they don't.
I think you're underestimating the amount of value that Jaco has.
I think you're overestimating the amount of value OSHA has. As
I will
somebody
say,
that
as someone,
I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos coming out of construction companies in China and whatnot, and
Yeah, safety harnesses. What?
my favorite, when they're digging a pit or something, and they're like, "Hey, we should have braced that wall." No, it's fine. Just keep digging, and then the whole trench collapses on 8 guys, and I'm like,
Anyways,
could've
this
seen
has
that
nothing
coming.
to do with the game. Let's bring
Sorry, we're a little distracted, ain't we?
bring this back
All
in.
right. Yes, so we got loot. How heavy is loot? Can we carry it back, or do you want to keep walking around? How are you feeling, Flynn? Better now? Ish.
slightly less dead.
That's always good.
Yeah, I think we patched up. I don't have eyebrows anymore, huh?
No.
Facial hair is gone.
No.
You didn't have
Hair
facial
hair
hair to
is
begin
gone.
with.
It was there. It was like a little stubble, I didn't have access to a razor for a few weeks. It was kind of starting to grow. We were really making some progress there.
Well, I mean, it's not stubble, but it is dark.
I almost had a beard, Val.
It'll come back, won't it?
No, it won't.
No. Is it like
No.
burned all the whatchamacallits?
No, but I would need like weeks to even get started.
At least Johan still has his mustache.
And it is still glorious.
The mustache just like latched onto the tyrant. That's how I managed to stay.
Oh no, he's bo.
Right.
All right.
Well, area is clear. Was there anything that village was missing supply-wise that anyone can remember, or shall
No.
we just head back?
We can carry this stuff back. I thought I saw some shinies over in that direction, but they'll still be there.
How about this? I'll run supply lines. You guys go. I'll work with the caticos to transport and coordinate a supply line. You guys go, search for stuff.
So,
Keep your eye on them. Tell them no more eggs.
speaking of the eggs, probably want some of that egg soup or egg potion.
Yeah. I'll tell them a good yolk.
I
Uh,
think I took a wound.
I think we all took a point of fatigue there.
I don't know. I kind of like that one. That was a good one.
Gavin's
Excellent.
Gavin's like, I like that one. So, I realized we just did this last session, but we're gonna do it again. Everybody,
Armor.
upgrade your gear. I was a little expecting this to maybe be 2 sessions of a fight. That was kind of my fault for forgetting how swingy this combat can be.
You either you live or you die. That's it.
Everybody, your armor goes up by 2. Your weapon goes up by a die type and gains 1 armor piercing. If your weapon is already at a D12, you get to choose between 2 AP or 2 parry. That was the deal, right, Val?
It was 3 AP,
3 AP.
or 1 AP, 2 parry, I believe.
I do know I offered more AP than that, so I think it would have been... Okay. Are you sure it was 1?
I'm pretty sure it was either 3 AP or 1 AP, 2 parry.
Okay, we'll go with that. So if you
I
hit...
upgraded to the. Sorry, go ahead.
So, who already had a D12 outside of Val? Because I know Val already did.
I am at a D12.
So, you get your first choice of either 3 AP or 1 AP and 2 parry.
That's stupid. Where do I edit my...
You go to your weapon.
Here it is. Harry, remind me. That is...
Parry is basically your ability to parry attacks, so it affects how hard you are to hit in melee.
So it... Oh, wait, yeah, no, so that's literally the parry stat. Okay, I thought for some reason it was a different...
Now, if you go into your weapon and then properties, you can adjust parry.
Okay. Is a +2 to parry really gonna not make any attacks hit me? Is going from a 7 to a 9 really gonna change anything?
Considering we usually get hit by ranged attacks.
That was the first ranged attack. No, the poison wyvern spat some poison at us, but that didn't like... I don't know, I just got like beat to death by a tongue, so I didn't perceive any of that happening.
So while
AP is really good, but
while Gavin thinks, Val, what are you gonna do with your weapon?
Well, I'm doing the same as last time. 1 AP, 2 parry.
Ooh, what's your AP
Puts me
at?
at 3 AP. 3 AP, 4 parry on the weapon. So total now is 16 parry, 18 toughness.
All right, so I'm gonna let them do the mining and gathering while I coordinate with our feline companions. I'll be right back while y'all wrap all that stuff up.
Yeah. So Gavin, what was your final decision?
Maybe I don't think 2 parry is gonna save me, man. So I might just go with the AP. So it's
Continue with your glass cannon build.
Yeah, we're just glass cannon build. Just don't get hit. Dark Souls, man.
You don't get hit. Gets hit every time.
It's okay. So another 3 AP, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So that puts me at 5. So I can at least hit things. Like the damage will actually hurt.
Let's just say this thing had 5 armor, so you would be negating 100% of its armor.
Now.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
You still 2-shot it, but still.
Well, technically it was like a 5-shot because I rerolled.
You're like, I want to end this.
I will kill it.
So Val is pretty much the tank, Johan's the damage dealer, and then Flynn is the support. Well, that kind of actually fits your weapon types, if you think about it. Shall Val switch to the lance?
No.
Absolutely not. Now go make her a sandwich.
You can block
Yes.
the great one.
I know.
Yes, exactly.
It's
Lance-
not
the
very
greatest
good,
block.
but you can.
But it is possible.
Lance and gun lance have the better blocks.
Blocking? No, I think I'll just go over the attack. And then get clipped by its wing hitbox. It'd be real sad.
That didn't even touch me.
So, what are the two of you doing? I'm assuming you went back to town, because that's what...
Yeah, we'll head back to town unless there's
Yeah.
anything that
Describe,
I mean-
describe your new weapons and armor.
Ooh, well, I could go for, the classic look.
Mhm.
Big red sword with some claws sticking out the edge, and then plate chest with some red webbings coming off the shoulders here, kind of a red. I don't know what it's called. It's not a kilt, but
The
that fold. Yes,
That's
red scaled fold.
pretty sure. Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, FAULD, the fold.
Yes. Mine will be a little longer than normal because I think it looks better than the standard. And then the helm, actually, I have a plate that comes down if I need it to. I have it up right now, but red and silver all over.
Wearing the classic
pretty.
Rathlos.
Yes, legally distinct Rathalos.
Yeah. Johan's still more of a kind of a chainmail, scale mail kind of individual. So it's just replacing the old scales with new, tougher scales, reinforcing it in spots, on the kind of like not in like the joints and more flexible areas, but obviously everywhere else reinforced with a bit of shelling and whatnot.
Your insect glaive?
What does the Rathalos glaive look like? I don't use it.
Red, I'm sure.
Really?
It's a red stick. What more do you need to know?
It looks like a man. No.
You're just wielding a guy. Yeah.
Featherless biped.
It looks like this. I posted it in the chat.
That looks nice.
I guess it does. I don't think I've ever made a Rathalos insect glaive. So
Look, it's got cute little wings on it.
Which works because
It helps
you're
fly.
essentially playing a dragoon. Which actually explains everything. You floor tank.
wait a second.
You're just playing a dragoon.
Just the floor tank. Yeah.
You're just playing a
And then
dragoon.
Upright. Should I play the new I'm getting distracted.
I'm gonna whisper to the blacksmith to give Flynn a corset to keep his ribs together.
You're a hurtful person.
But yes,
I'm
the
just
glaive
looking out for him.
is fairly standard monster-looking glaive. It's, red scaled, spiked at both ends. More of a spike at the back end, blade at the top. Don't impale yourself with this jumping. The handle is pointed too. Be careful.
That's so you don't drop it. It sticks to your hand.
You don't hold it by the bottom bit of the handle.
So,
With a stab.
as you two are conversing at the blacksmith, you feel two very large hands clap you on the shoulders. Well done! From the village elder. Well done, you two. Where's the third one?
He's
Oh, they're lacing him up into the corset. I remember.
I'm just like on the cart with the caticos, just kind of walking by. I'm just like, I'm just all covered in like soot, dirt, ash, facial features missing. I look like Burning Man.
he's still burning, man.
So, we are going to host a celebration in your honor. And I'm sure that you can find some dates amongst our people at this point, huh? He kind of elbows you.
Well, unless your people want to leave this village, I don't intend to stay here.
That makes me sad to hear. We could use some people like you.
Unless the guild wants to open up an operation down here, I will have to move on.
Roll a notice roll.
Where is the button? I can't find the thing. Here it is. I found it.
Hooray.
When you mention the guild moving here, yeah, he still has his hands on your shoulders. But you notice, as soon as you say guild, his hand comes off of your shoulder a significant amount of time sooner than Val's. Probably not enough that if you weren't paying attention, you would really notice it, but because you succeeded in your notice roll and you were paying attention, you notice it. I suppose that's true. But forget about all that official nonsense. Tonight, we dine like kings. There will be music, there will be celebration, there will be copious amounts of alcohol. But it will also be a sad time as we mourn the passing of your friend as well.
Passing of our friend.
Paolo. He did not make it.
Huh?
But here, we do not mourn the dead. We celebrate the life that was lived.
This is, well, upsetting news. He was a good man. Good hunter. Oh, I suppose that's happens in the line of duty.
It's a risk we all take, but it's never a welcome one.
There you go. We will pay our respects in your tradition.
Also, because this is a night of celebration, your armor you will not be allowed to attend in your armor. You go to where you've been sleeping. I have prepared ceremonial garb.
Okay. When is this party happening?
Tonight! Of course.
So soon? I mean, we literally just got back.
We don't stand upon ceremony here. We live a hard life. You take life by its genitals sometimes.
I don't know if that's okay.
Is it not true?
That's not the way I've heard that turn of phrase.
At the prospect of alcohol, Flynn says, "Thanks, I've already had too much Fireball."
You will have much better drinks than whatever that is. We produce, I think you would call it mead.
Speaking of drinks, that elixir you made from the eggs,
Yes,
can that do something to help Flynn?
most assuredly. Help yourself. You don't even need to ask. Our storehouses are your storehouses.
And I'd also like to talk to the cats that acquired the other 3 eggs if they're around.
That is absolutely your decision. You don't even need to talk to me about that.
Well, it was more of a question of where are they, if you happen to know where they are.
He leans in real close, right next to your ear. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't tell the difference.
Fair enough. I'll go ask the handler. I forgot her name. I can't believe I forgot her name. The handler.
Margaret?
Margaret, yes. I'll go find Margaret. She might have a better idea. And she'll probably want, someone to talk to. So, that's where I'm headed.
You head to where you would normally find her, and you actually find this, I'll call it a library just for simplicity's sake right now. It's actually been cleaned. Books have been organized, put away. It is a far cry from the mess that she usually leaves. Which is your first dead giveaway. She is not there.
Okay. Is there anybody nearby I can flag down? Hey, where did Margaret go?
Roll me a notice.
Alrighty.
We're getting Children of the Corn up in here.
I don't know nothing about Children of the Corn.
6.
So, a 6. No, and as you moved through the town, you suddenly do come to the realization there's not a lot of people out and about. It seems like maybe everybody's preparing for whatever this festival is supposed to be. Like, you hear noises of people inside of private homes, essentially. But you don't, see nearly anybody out on the street.
Okay. Seems kind of dead for a village getting ready for a celebration. Remind me, how large is the village? Decent?
Mm. Enough to sustain a population, but nothing else.
Okay, so not much. So
So
it's already kind of low.
Probably looking at most 50 people.
Okay, well then I will start searching, I guess, toward the center of town. That's normally where people would have a celebration. Maybe she's already there.
You do notice as you get to the... Well, first of all, does anybody else want to do anything? What is everybody else doing?
I'm working on something here. Don't mind me. But yeah, I'm going to do the drinking thing, restore, try to start recovering slightly.
Have some eggnog.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes, he said.
Yeah, I'm seeing if there's anything else.
Oh.
Also, I noticed so you said I have a carving knife for the
Yes.
record?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to add it to my gear that gets upgraded and all.
That's a freebie. Everybody has that.
Oh. Does that get upgraded too?
It's not technically a weapon, so no.
Okay.
Johan has, for the first time, come back from one of these hunts not like
Not in critical condition.
So he's like, oh shit. Normally I would just go lay in bed, but what to do now?
What do I do with myself?
Yes, he's probably just gonna actually take a purposeful stroll around town. Just kind of, he's mostly curious how this place would hold up defenses wise. He's just got bad memories of large creatures running through small villages exactly like this. He's kind of just looking for
Okay,
to see if they
give me a... Ooh, I'm fighting between a battle roll or a... I think... No, this would have to be a battle roll.
That's
It's kind of exclusively what the battle skill does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me that battle roll.
he has battle? What?
Yeah,
battle. I failed it, but I have battle. I have no bennies. No.
No.
If they could get the Dragonator working, they would have a decent chance against extremely large creatures. However, something more mid-sized, there's not a lot of things they could do defensively. This village does seem like it was kind of plopped here on a whim.
He'll kind of just jot down some notes, some suggestions, maybe. Maybe put a wall there that would at least slow something down coming in, give this section of houses time to run, etc. But doesn't seem to be many people out and about, so not many people to talk to about it, I suppose.
And then on your stroll to the center of town, you do see actually a few more people. And they're hauling massive logs into the center of town. You can see what looks to be the formation of what is essentially going to be a massive bonfire in the middle of town.
I already see the foreshadowing, boss.
Yes, indeed.
All right, it's okay.
Who's this addressing? Sorry, was it me or was it?
Both of you would actually
addressing
notice
poison.
this. Since
I
you're
mean,
wandering
I
around.
don't think Johan sees the foreshadowing, but he sees the
I would so Flynn overhearing the whole not being able to wear armor thing is rather trope savvy with his newly acquired consistent reading of adventure novels from Margaret's collection. This is how he ended up with his bardic persona.
Oh, you don't want to be reading the stuff that she's reading.
Unfortunately, that's all I got. So,
Romantasy smut, everybody. Enjoy.
but the trope savviness is there. Ergo, I would like to craft a midsection brace that implies I am still healing, and in such a brace, costume attire, shall we say, I would like to ensure that my survival knife is adequately concealed amongst the person.
So, so you actually want to see what outfit is picked out for you, essentially, as well, right?
Yeah, that too. I'd also like to inspect it and get a feel for it. My new artistical senses.
Yes. So,
I.e., is this ceremonial robes or is this sacrificial robes? Gonna level with you.
it is.
Apparently, he's got a picture.
Yes, because I'm pulling it directly from the game.
What game?
What game?
Monster Hunter.
Oh, we're not even hiding it anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody knows.
that looks like a glaive to me.
This is what the males shall be wearing.
Oh, it's this event.
Oh, okay. Well, then I've already got a short sword. Great, problem solved.
You're like, I don't feel as. And the fact that Johan's going to be wearing that in a mustache is just magnifique.
This the flower eye patch and a big mustache.
Yes. And then
I will repurpose the ceremonial sombrero with roses.
Hey,
The combat sombrero. I never got rid of it. I just stopped wearing it.
This doesn't really seem much like a mourning of a death, but
The mourning of a death and the celebration of life.
He legit said they do not mourn the dead, they celebrate the life.
to celebrate a hunter, we would get back out in the field.
Go kill something. That's how you celebrate.
And then for the females, it's the Blossom armor set. The like butterfly wing one.
Okay.
The
big poofy dress.
The look on Peter's face makes me think he doesn't know what it looks like.
No, I know what it looks like.
I don't have the game, so just don't mind me. Just carry on. Just keep going.
Which is what?
Yeah,
yeah,
I know that one. I have that one.
So, what would I'm at this point, Flynn? I'm assuming you've drank your eggnog and have rejoined the group and are. I'm going to say you are now all standing in the center of town, watching all this wood get ported in and stacked in the center of the town.
Yeah, Flynn also has a poncho made out of some of the hide from the tyrant.
Oh, dang. They didn't listen to me.
He is not wearing a corset. Much to Val's disappointment.
Yep.
Would you like to describe your new weapon and armor, by the way? Now that you're in tyrant gear.
Red.
Red.
It's like there's a flame pattern coming out of the front of the horn.
To make it go faster.
Yeah, it's like a hot rod pattern on the horn itself. The mouthpiece is some of the metals that we secured from the area, so it's new, shiny, and all that. The armor itself still still light armor to keep in keeping with the tradition. So
roughly this bonfire, the wood for this bonfire has been stacked roughly 12 feet.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea, considering what happened when we tried that small poop fire up on the mountain.
We don't know that that's why the monkey showed up. But,
That's technically true, yes.
characters don't know that. Do I get my kinsect at least? Can I have my friend?
Yes, your kinsect's been on camera every time you see Johan. He's got a little bug crawling around him at some point, nibbling at his armor sometimes.
Sits on my arm, sits on my shoulder. He hangs out. He's an important stabilizing factor in jumping.
Counterweight.
I haven't really had a chance to use him for any attacking, but
You tried.
I did try.
Tried to hit a deer.
I did. And I failed.
Tried to hit a bug.
Hit a bug with another bug.
I mean, I did hit the bugs. I just didn't hit all of them. Well, no, I did hit them all. They just didn't all die. All right. I had to, justify my,
All right, well, I'm still looking for either Margaret or those cats. Has either of you seen them?
I have not.
no, and I was looking for her too, but to no avail.
This is
Yeah,
not
her-
a small town.
Her girl cave is empty.
You do, after a few minutes, you do see what can only be described as a gaggle of women going by the wet hair, probably having just taken a shower or bath of some sort. As there don't seem to be any facilities for that here, you're assuming that they probably went to a nearby river to do so. And you do see all of them dressed in what look to be outfits made of butterfly wings. And Margaret is within that group as well.
Oh.
She's kind of like
There you
in the center of it. There's about 10 to 15 women just walking back, chit-chatting with each other. She seems to be in the center, engaged in whatever conversation is being had.
I'm just gonna hand in. Well, actually, no. Wait, no, I can't stop Val on this one. Sorry.
What?
No, go ahead.
You couldn't physically stop her anyway.
This is very true, but the point being, I was gonna be like, nah, just let her have this one. Let her do the socializing thing.
I only needed her if she's seen the cats that I'm looking for. I don't know if you need her while you're looking for her. I'll only
I
be a
just
minute.
to make sure she was okay, honestly.
She seems okay. I'm gonna walk up
Yeah,
and.
she seems fine.
I'm gonna drag Flynn with me because he seems concerned.
Why are you okay? Fine.
You looked worried.
It's actually kind of hard to get through the group, but once you're able to somewhat break through, she stops and goes, "Oh, you guys aren't dressed yet." Sorry.
No,
I've been called out on that. Sorry. Why aren't you dressed yet? I've been called out on saying you guys too much.
I thought I
Why-
was completely dressed. I thought I was good, poncho and all.
You're not in the ceremonial stuff that they've put out. And she gestures. And this is the first man that you've seen out. You see the suit with the flowers, etc. on them.
I thought I
It's,
did go take a look and put everything together. My bad.
Well, you're wearing Rathlow's gear, so no.
You didn't say you were putting it on.
Hold on, let me change my glamour plate.
I put the first sock on, and then I put my shoe on.
Yes.
I tie the shoe. Then I put the other sock on, and I tie.
Roll
the-
to get dressed.
Wait, you don't put your both socks on first and then the shoes? You do one and one?
No, I do put both my socks on first, but
Be a
Good.
contrarian.
That's how you're supposed to.
Cereal,
All
then
right, I will
milk.
put my underwear on, then I will put my pants on, and then I will put my shirt on, and then well, that'd be the undershirt. So I put the undershirt on, and then I'll put the socks on, and then I'll put the shoes. I'll tie the shoes, then we'll deal with the coat. We'll put the coat
Yeah.
on, the coat jacket on, and then I'll move some of the roses because they're like brushing up against my neck and it itches, and then I'll.
You have to roll for each one of those.
So I'm
Doesn't
guessing.
it
I'm
actually
I'm
get,
guessing
a
while
-8?
While those two are talking to Margaret, that's what Johan's doing.
What's it like academics to put a suit on correctly?
No.
Learn this one and
You know how to put a suit on correctly.
Okay.
oh, okay. I know how to, but what's it?
Okay.
It's like a
derailing you. Stop it. Val
Get off
and
that
Flynn.
train. Yes. Well, I haven't changed it. I haven't been back to my place yet. Because I've been looking for those cats that went and grabbed those eggs. Have you seen them?
The ones that brought back like 10, 15 eggs?
Was it that many? Yes, those are the ones.
Do I need to make you roll a composure check here?
Yes.
Well, what would
What's that?
spirit? That would be spirit because you are resisting something. You're resisting.
I'm not buffing you. You can fold my arms. Watch this go down.
Oh, 4.
You succeed.
Sweet. I guess I succeeded. I managed to keep my composure. Yes.
She gestures over the black and white one, the tabby, and then the leader of the bunch is the orange one.
Orange. Okay. I'm gonna go talk to them really quick. Enjoy the party, I suppose. You heard about Tallow, right?
You see the expression on her face change, and she just kind of nods. I was there with him.
I understand that their traditions aren't ours, but this just seems like the timing is not there.
What am I supposed to say other than... I mean, you kind of already said it. It's our traditions are not our traditions. We're in no point to insult their customs, are we?
No,
No,
and I'm not
But,
trying to. It's just seems odd to me is all. Just the way I was raised.
Val, perhaps a tankard or two at the tavern after the celebrations would be in order.
2 or 3 or 4.
In proper
Yes.
hunter fashion.
Supposedly, all alcohol is going to be provided at this event, so I don't think you're going to need tankards after the fact. I think if you plan on getting... what was the colloquialism that I heard? Getting sloshed. You do so at the event.
Mm,
I was going to pour one out for him, but okay.
we'll do that after their thing. I'm gonna go talk to Orange over there.
I have a few selective. I of course chose the orange cat because orange cats are known not to have any brains at all.
Mischievous, yes.
They do not have a single brain cell.
they
Very
have
well
one. It's
staring
on
me down.
lease though.
Oh,
They share it.
Yeah, they share it between their entire population. Whenever that brain cell dies, a new one is born. Slightly deteriorated even further. Margaret goes, so, Flynn, when are you going to return my books?
Oh, yeah. We took off in a hurry to go to do our best. But yeah, I'll make sure they're back in your library before the festivities are done. I'll take care of it while I change.
She also kind of crosses her arms and taps her foot as if expecting something else from you.
And I really do appreciate having something to do other than reading about history novels. That was quite enlightening.
She nods her head. As if...
I could have sworn I asked for them, but, you know.
Moving on. Val, how does give me a fighting roll. Let's see how well you do against this cat.
Fighting roll? What? Why am I fighting the cat?
I'm assuming it gets physical.
The cat's like running away, and you have to like grab it. Like, why did you do this?
Yes. It's gonna roll athletics here.
I rolled a 4. That's not very good, but
ignore the character sheet I'm using here to roll this, just because.
when you're rolling the wyvern one. Hey, look at that! I caught the Rajan.
You've caught the cat as it tries to run from you.
Got it by the scruff of the back of its neck. No. You're not going anywhere.
You're having a conversation.
Yes.
Why are you holding me like that?
I'll tell you if you tell me why you stole 10 eggs.
We needed more eggs in case bad things happen.
Will you shut up? Shut up for a second. Were you not there when I said we don't want to decimate the local population?
No, I wasn't.
So you just took it upon yourself to go and steal. I'm told between 10 and 12. Is that right?
I didn't actually count.
You did, of course. You know, that's the reason that the tyrant, as they call him, went on a rampage.
I don't
Who
know.
got blasted in the face?
I don't know if you guys should complain. You slaughtered 5,000 deer. It gets progressively worse.
As hilarious as that rumor is, it has been vastly exaggerated. And
the sentiment is the same.
Deer are quicker to repopulate than wyvern. They're also far less likely to kill the entire town if they get mad.
Well, we don't have to worry about that. I killed their population. Give me another spirit roll because that was mouthy.
Yeah, no.
That one's a fail. Would you like to spend a penny to succeed?
No.
Okay.
What okay, I'll ask, what are the consequences of failing? I should.
The consequences of you failing is you're going to lose your temper, and what is your...
I'm going to slam the cat's face into the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are some? Let me look at your character here real quick. Yes, your impulsiveness is gonna take over.
Yep. So yeah, face first into the dirt.
Would you like to make a fighting roll?
Does it require a fighting roll? Because I'll make a fighting roll.
He wants to escape, so yeah. If you want to keep a hold of him.
Yes. 7. Good luck.
Oh, terrible roll.
Ooh, tie goes to.
It's always been meet or beat.
Yeah.
So he's the defender. He met the difficulty challenge, so he slips from and scutters away.
Gonna let him go. Are the other cats nearby?
The other two, no. They saw what you did.
They noped out.
Yeah, they noped out.
Well, hopefully lesson learned. And I'm gonna angrily stomp back to my dwelling place and change.
Everybody in chat is very upset with the 5,000 deer that were slaughtered, by the way. One, two, three, 4 messages.
It's like it was more like 10. It was an accident.
An accident. No, it was on purpose.
I mean, it was
Don't
indirect fire.
For the record, I intended to only take 1 or 2. He just exploded the herd.
Yeah, I accidentally exploded dice when precision was the more required.
I don't even remember if you did, but you used an AoE explosion attack in the middle
Oh,
of
I
the
hunted
herd.
with a hand grenade. It's
It
not the
was
first
a
time.
precision AoE attack.
Yeah,
He was launched from the end of a golf swing by Val.
I got a hole in one on that one.
Yeah, for what it's worth,
Precision.
the herd, it's the herd repopulated quickly, I'm sure. Next loading screen, they were still there.
Just kind of faded into being.
So, does everybody else prepare for the party?
Yeah, unfortunately.
But like Flynn, I'm keeping a knife on me.
Well, of course, hunters. The carving knife it's actually grafted into
Integral,
your body.
yeah.
Like, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not even an item in the inventory. It just appears when we need it.
Yeah.
Can't remove yourself from it.
He just summons it from the air to
Take it off,
Does that mean
put it
we're all
down, and it's
warlock?
already back on your belt.
Is that our bound weapon? We're all warlocks.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
sundown begins, and that is when they light this bonfire. To get biblical for a moment, it almost looks like a pillar of fire in the middle of the savannah.
Oh, I'm sure this won't go
That's-
terribly at all.
Yeah, as far as fire hazards go, dry grass as far as you can see.
It's in the middle of town, and the town is packed ground. So, realistically, it's as far from any building as it can be, and it's as far away from any dry grass as it can be. So, realistically, this is probably the safest place that it could be.
Not
A
at that
safe
size.
oil fire is not a good fire, though. You know, like, just because it's contained on the stove doesn't mean you should just let it burn.
All it takes is a single ember on the breeze, floats outside of town, and whoosh.
Thankfully, it is a very still night. Not a lot of wind. Let
But
us
there's
not.
fire. Fire causes wind.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
Sorry,
If
my
it
character
burns
doesn't know any of
down,
this,
we
by the way.
just- Margaret knows where that caravan came from. We just go that way. We find a different village. It's okay. This place sucks, anyways.
Got a good armor smith.
She kind of she's with you. She kind of elbows you. Come on, chill out. These people aren't bad. They've done nothing but take care of you and be nice
Alright,
to you.
yes. The people are not bad. I don't like this.
The
I
location.
finally had a chance to actually stroll around, and this place is uncomfortably unsecured. And I've only really ever gotten to take notice of it until today. But past concerns, talking, a problem for another week.
So, she kind of looks over the three of you. She offers her arm out to the three of you. So I'm guessing the three of you are my dates then.
I'm not touching that. No, I'm just kidding.
She obviously says that one more jokingly.
Well, I would certainly appreciate a drink or two, that's for sure.
Since nobody asked me.
Hey, nobody asked me either.
You know, to be honest, I've had a lot on my mind. Sorry. Kind of almost died this morning, to be fair.
That is the life we live, is it not, though? Always on that razor-thin edge.
Something to
Yeah,
that
that's-
effect.
And that's why a lot of people don't have partners.
At least
But
not
you are
long term.
correct. I was very distracted. So allow me to make it up tonight in the best way I can by saying, lead the way.
Come, pal. I guess it's ladies first.
Ladies first? Okay. I will take her arm.
This is what you get.
Easy there, Neptune.
As the four of you stroll, this is the hubbubaloo of the year, as you could probably attest. Serving people are passing trays around through the crowd. People are talking. You see what you would classify a pretty respectful altar with what you would assume is Talos' body laid over it with a cloth over him. As people talk, you see, Val, you do eventually see the other cats, the calicos, chatting amongst themselves, but as soon as they see you, they begin to weave their way through people, making sure that there are people in between you and them.
As if that could stop me.
What would the three of you like to do? The floor is yours. This is the GM's going to step back and let the role play happen, and if nothing happens, then I will make something happen. And I'm pretty sure everybody here already has gotten the foreshadowing and knows what will happen should things lull.
I would like to say that I've left my armor within easy access that I can quickly put it on. Not here, obviously, but
He has it laying on his bed so he could just like flop into
dive into it.
let all the things like latch as he.
Yeah, you just like flop backwards, the bed sheets fly up, and then when it all comes back down, you're already in your armor. It's like a like a Looney Tunes transition. But no, skipping over the awkward dialogue between Flynn and Margaret, I will focus on talking to Johan, who has been staring around the camp all day. Offering something to drink. Oh, you look distracted.
How could you not be? I mean, friend, colleague is dead.
Well,
Did not even fall in battle. Not to mention, I have not really had a chance to mourn. How many dozens, how many people were on that boat to begin with?
You would probably know the exact number, to be quite honest.
I mean, I would probably, yeah, but you know.
You'd have a guesstimate.
I'll let you do the guesstimate because that doesn't really matter. Player's choice.
Untold
many
souls. Yeah.
So many dead, and we're celebrating like this. It just doesn't sit right with me.
Untold souls scattered to the wind, whispers of mourning and dreary. And yet it is only within these sparks of time to which victory and life is ever more apparent. I understand the need to want to mourn, and we will. But, for lack of better words, mourning the dead is for our own sake, not theirs.
Can't help but wonder. Is this ceremony happening every time someone dies out here? Because it seems like unfeasible.
No, I imagine this probably has more to do with the tyrant than Tallow, I'm afraid.
I mean, I'll glance around. Where's the village boss? Where's he at? He'd have my answer.
Give me notice.
Nice. Raise.
Not in the crowd. You don't see him in the crowd. And as you look back towards his hut, you notice a small candle flame back at his hut.
I'll point it out to Flynn. Chief doesn't seem to be enjoying his own celebrations.
Perhaps there's common ground between you two. But don't let my demeanor diminish that. I'm just going to motion for him to find out what's going on.
And because you got a raise, even by the time Flynn has finished those words, you see that candle flame no longer in the house, but you see it moving along the outskirts of the village, heading towards the forest.
Am I really gonna follow him? I mean, of course I'm gonna follow him. Let's be honest.
And I will get back to Margaret.
All right.
Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
Relatively, yeah.
Okay, give me a stealth roll. Val, what are you doing?
Let's see. I probably haven't noticed what he's noticed, so I'm going to be, I guess, wandering the party looking for the other surviving guild members, and because I want to set up a private toast for Tallow after this.
Oh, pretty much everybody you find immediately agrees.
Yeah.
They all kind of have the same notion you do, that it doesn't feel right, but they're not in a place where they can question it.
Exactly. So I'm setting up with them, just the guild folk.
Yeah. You're going to get 100% attendance.
Sweet.
Everybody that was on that ship is going to join.
Even the cats.
Yes. Though you are having a hard time finding those three.
I'm gonna enlist the help of the other guild members to get them.
They will be invited.
Yes.
Johan, you are able to remain hidden, as that you're able to get a clear view. That is the village elder, as he disappears into the tree line of the forest. What you have also noticed is He seems to be carrying a rather large amount of what you would probably classify as essentials. So he's got like a backpack, you saw like a bedroll, you saw pots and pans and that type of stuff attached to the backpack.
He's going camping.
But do I follow now, or do I go back and let people know that I'm following him?
Nah,
Because if I go back, I'm gonna lose the trail. But if I don't go back, then I don't have my weapon when he summons the monkey. I'm gonna keep trailing him.
Flynn, give me a persuasion roll. I think that's probably the most PC way of forming what's going on here.
To be very clear, just because I'm a bard doesn't mean I'm that bard.
Fair enough.
You know,
But still,
now,
give me
I
a
will give you
persuasion roll.
persuasion in the to see how I'm
How well you
handling
do
the
it?
rocky situation, given that I
Yes.
put myself at risk of failure by failing to ask Margaret out.
Yes. Pretty much.
I'm just saying.
I
have
realized
my,
I was making a joke, though. Was I
fair.
making a joke at your expense? Hell yes.
Yeah, that's what
I
they're
will be
for.
utilizing, however, in bardic fashion, I will be utilizing my performance. No, I don't think I can. I don't think it works that way.
You don't
So
carry
you're-
like a little flute with you?
Serenading.
You're right. I'd like to use my performance to bolster. I would like to use my performance to bolster my unskilled persuasion.
How do you have unskilled persuasion? How dare you?
I can't take it yet. I haven't been able to take it yet because I didn't even know I could use class options. So it kind of, we had this discussion. That was the whole if Flynn dies, there was a whole rebuild planned. But yes, let's see if I can perform my way to a bonus at least.
Yes.
That's not bad. That's a raise.
So that's
So
plus
that's a
2.
+2 on an unskilled check.
So that's just a D4 then.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Never mind. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. Don't I get the D6? Oh wait, that was the D6.
yeah, you got a 2 on both.
So that's not happening.
Yeah, no, she's still quite irritated with you.
Well, that's to be expected.
And you said you're still following Johan, right?
Johan does not have a paranoid hindrance, but
He's paranoid.
but
Because
Gavin
you're,
does.
I am paranoid. But no. Hear me out. First of all, Johan wanted to talk to this guy, but now he's just doing weird shit, and now I'm like, well, first of all, I don't want to be at the party to begin with because I think it's in poor taste. Second of all,
where are you going?
where's the chief going? You're the one that's throwing the party.
You follow him all the way to the coast where he has a small, it's essentially a rowboat. And he throws his backpack into that rowboat, steps in, and begins to row away, following the coastline.
Is he on the river or the ocean?
I said he's at the coast.
Okay, I missed that part. Sorry.
Yes, he's following the shoreline of the coast. So you're just watching him row away. I would say sail away, but he's not sailing, so.
I'm sailing away.
Obviously, I could probably keep up, but if he decides to, depending on how the coast goes, I might not be able to. And at this point, I'm pretty far. I'm gonna go back to the village. I'm gonna get my gear and see what else is going on. Well, I'm going to go back to the village and see what's going on first, I suppose.
We're gonna let a couple of hours pass by. Just enough time to allow Val, Flynn, and Johan to reconvene. Who here is inebriated outside of Johan? Johan doesn't get that option.
Let's see.
I probably have been drinking. What do I need to roll to see if I'm drunk?
No, I'm good.
Vigor.
Oh, is it vigor?
Yeah, vigor would be
Yeah.
the correct roll.
I'm also pretty good. A little buzzed, if that, but not impaired.
All right. So you find two fairly sober comrades.
I just kicked my desk, so everything got reset. Enjoying festivities, folks?
I mean, as much as you can, and given the circumstances. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned to you, I want to do a little thing for Tallow after this is all done, like a proper guild send off.
Or that, though. Do you want to get back in the field?
Something are happening?
I just wanted to talk to the elder a little bit. Notice that he's not been here at all?
I have not seen him. Seems odd. He was the one that wanted this party in the first place.
He left hours ago. Trekked down to the coast and is now rowing away with a whole bunch of supplies. I want to go after him, but I came back for my gear just in case I run into anything. Initially I just wanted to talk to him, but now I'm curious.
And I think this is going to be the point where we call the session as a thundering roar peals out from the savannah. A roar that the three of you have heard before. This is where the session will be called. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you back here next week to see what sort of monkey business we're getting into. Take care, everybody.
Bye.